Sure hope I didn't mess anything up. Do, 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 do. Well, let's see. Screen showing. Okay. Ah, yes, we are. We're all good. Excellent. Okay. So, not much. Hello, Gamer. Welcome. Let's get this party started. I don't know how long we're gonna stream for, because it's already past midnight? It's almost past midnight. We're getting there. We're working on medium graphics today because we're gonna try to do prolonged battery, and the thing that we're streaming with only uploads at 30 FPS. So, yeah. Hello guys, welcome. Opinion on the T90B. From what I was told from players, mind you, not other things. I was told from the players that the T90 itself, or sorry, not T90, Type 90. You're right. You're right. The Type 90 itself, not the Type 90B. The Type 90 is going to be in the research tree. I think that makes sense because way down here, somewhere here, the Type 90 is in the legacy tree as a non-premium, non-collector's item. It's a common item. I think it makes sense to say that this is probably going to be researchable. The Type 90B, on the other hand, of course being a seasonal offer, not not so researchable, you know? Phone phone? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but yes, because of the different time zone that I'm in, this is a much better time for you, I suppose, and a couple other people that are on your side of the world. So hopefully we can get some of those people to join the stream today. So yeah, Type 90 is really, really similar with the Type 90B, and they should be at the exact same rank. And the thing is, the Type 90 itself, supposing the um, you know, tech tree comes out for Japan ever, it's gonna be giving you the Type 90B pretty much for free because of the Type 90. The only difference there is that there's a certain metal plate on the hull of the Type 90B that isn't there on the normal Type 90, and that's it. 6 a.m. Yes, it'll be 6 a.m. for you guys. Um, but hey, it it is what it is. If I remember correctly, they're gonna add unique event blueprint system. Maybe. I don't know much about it. If it's a separate system to what we already have. Yeah, 10 a.m. See, I made good choice in time. It's just all the other people where I'm at are probably sleeping already. Except for Gammer for some reason, he's still here. Blueprints suck. Yeah, I did tell you guys a long time ago. I made that video saying we don't want blueprints for ground in War Thunder Mobile, and yet here we are. Again, you know, they don't listen directly to the creators. I gave my 2 cents. They did what they want to. But, you know, I'm still gonna play, of course. I miss when the stuff they added was cool. It's gonna happen eventually. Probably. Probably. Um, man, what? What in the world is so I'm just looking at this like super chat goal thing that I don't think we're doing. And it says like, oh, if we hit the super chat goal, you can say, oh, I'll stream again on Friday. I'll play a rhythm game without any sound, host a community gaming night, get 1 extra hour of live stream when we reach the goal. I'll do a stream where we explore more indie games. What a weird thing to give me options for. You don't sleep, gamer? Yeah, that makes sense. Why are you late? You're not late. We just started. You wouldn't give 1 cent for my opinion? Okay, well, if I assembled all of the watch time that you've given me, which frankly is not much, I'd probably make more than 1 cent. Just saying. Alright, one moment, guys. Let me check something. I need to see if there's a certain someone I know. Okay. Not for a while. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Supposing I'm streaming later-ish, but, you know, we'll see. So I think we're ready to start playing if we're going to play anything. Difference between Type 90 and Type 90B. The only difference is like a plating. One specific armor plating on the hull. And I don't know how much it adds, but it's not much. There's not much difference. Blueprint Marathon. Yeah. Clan next event. Supposedly, favorite MBT got leaked on the App Store. I don't know if cares, but okay. So here's what I can say regarding the App Store leaks, because I saw them myself. Before we discuss it, and this is very important to note every single time when we're discussing leaks or anything like that, because they have not yet officially been announced, it is all work in progress stuff. Okay? Therefore, we can say if this is coming to the game, yes, but we cannot say because this is coming to the game because we don't know that for certain. We don't want to cause confusion. I know me explaining this seems pointless, but it's very crucial that I explain this. Otherwise, I could get in a lot in trouble. That being said, we're gonna continue. So, clan next event, yes. From I don't know what that sound was. From what what I've been told so far is that we've been leaked, more or less, that clans are coming. Again, they could technically push it back further if they don't want them to come out of this update. So until we get an official announcement, we don't know. But I think that's gonna be a good thing. I know we haven't had a direct, like, how do we say, kind of hint towards the fact of us having a like not offline mode, but uh custom battles. Because I know clans on PC have the ability to do custom battles. And is it raining? Is that what I'm hearing? I have no idea. Man, weather is weird out here, you know. So custom battles might be coming soon, which I'm really gonna be happy for. If that happens, I don't know. Don't buy copy paste vehicles. I'm not. I get them for free and I have to review them. That's what happens. Like this one, I got this vehicle for free. I leveled it up on my own, but I got it for free. Which again, that was only like what 250 golden eagles. That wasn't bad. Wasn't expensive. I think they changed the leveling up process to be much easier, but then you have to buy the rounds, which, you know, makes that part a little more difficult, but overall it's not terrible. Good morning, Doge. Also, congratulations on 3K subs. Thank you so much, Iowa. Thank you. Um, Let me preface this too. I didn't actually officially hit 3K. We're at 299. I just figured if we're streaming, there was a chance we could hit 3K during the stream. If not, I can work on like a YouTube short tomorrow morning and then get that out in the afternoon. And then probably sometime then hit 3K, so it'll be like, you know, close enough. It's tomorrow already? Yeah, that was rather fast. They can always change it like they did with the aim. They did do that, yeah, they released the information on the M1A1 AIM early, and they shoved it over to the next update. So we didn't get it. I think we're gonna go rank 4 this time. So if any of you guys choose to stream snipe, that's where I'm gonna be at. They moved the CA Lorraine down? Why? I don't know. Maybe because no post-pen and the armor's not great? Maybe something else. Guess we'll see. Also, I gotta use this, because this is just the most obnoxious thing. I believe this is the longest ground vehicle. At the very least, it's the longest open-top vehicle. Maybe not as long as the TOG. TOG is quite long. It does give it a run for its money, though, if we don't include the barrel length. Yeah. Don't need 6 HE shells on that, but, you know, it's whatever. Goodness. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not click things we're not supposed to. 50,000 per round sucks. Yeah, it's quite bad. No brain rot here. Thank you, moderator Gamer. Thank you very much. Our U251 got its solid shot. I heard, yeah, the APAG. That's what I think he meant. Is the next update worth playing if yes, I'll grind again for a while. If you want to play with friends, probably. I think this is actually a good map to use the Lorraine. Believe it or not. Supposing we don't get shot first. Let's see. Supposing the leaks are right, which, again, not confirmed, they could change. And we are getting the op lot in the next update. Op lot's not bad. I know some people say they don't like Soviet tanks at all, but I think even I, a person who doesn't particularly enjoy most Soviet vehicles, would make an exception for the op lot. Because it's pretty good. But you know, there's always got to be some exception. Like the T-72B3A. That's fine. Specifically if you're grinding for the op-lot, then you're gonna have a great time. But the other... What was the other ground vehicle? Let me check real quick, because they announced it, didn't they? Officially? So the one that we know for sure is gonna happen is let's see. News, scroll up a bit. Ariete? People don't like Ariete. We're not a huge fan of that. Because we are doing a Q&A, I'm going to start opening the poll now. Q and A questions. Yes. Excellent. And then I will check that once we hit 3K subs, because we are not currently at that mark. 4th of July event. I don't mind an event that predominantly is around us getting silver every once in a while. It's good for us. I mean, it's good for me especially if I'm not doing too much. Wet toilet paper with a railgun. Thank you for letting me know, Gamer. That would have been very good to keep in mind earlier. Oplot UFP is in game is extremely weak compared to IRL. Okay. Wish it wasn't so nerfed in War Thunder. UFP is supposed to be thicker. Still cannot excuse the mobility it gets. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just because for me, I predominantly like the Western tanks due to the better mobility that they have. Uh-oh. Where's my secondary? Oh, it's at the ground. Okay. Yeah, just chuck it over there. Yeah. This ugly fat thing doing work. I love it when I can make something that's stupid do good in game, even though it really has no right to do so. Come on, man. No, he's a little too smart. Aviation mains are complaining about naval and ground getting new ranks. If you think about it, naval and ground haven't gotten a new rank for like a year. Yeah. Yeah. But that also means if ground and naval are getting new ranks on the sooner side, that means we're not too far off from aviation likely getting one soonish. Not super soon, of course, but sometime in the near future, or at least like semi-near future. Ooh. Should have waited a little bit more. Disgusted to see that much Britishness. Hey, Carrot. Welcome. Good to have you. 32 kilometers per hour in reverse. Wow. Wow. You know, that is very, very good for so yeah. I'm okay with losing some of the upper front plate durability if I'm trading it for that much on the reverse. My favorite ship, right? You asked me my favorite ship. Who did that? Commander of L3. My favorite ship would be the HMS Belfast. I'm partially biased because she both served in D-Day and because the fact that I actually went on the bridge of Belfast not too long ago. I think it was 2024, as well as you know, actually getting to explore the insides of the ship, and that, like, that entire experience was very, very fun. That tour that I got to have. They should add pseudo-realistic modes like removing range, name, and other indicators. I feel like they could. We could definitely have that happen in the future. Maybe not at a particularly soon point in time, but I could see it being a eventuality. Maybe they would do it as like a, I don't know, something for April Fools maybe. Like they'd make it into something stupid, but it'd be good. Ask them to ask questions about our meetup. What is there to ask questions about? You know? What do I want them to question? So guys, if you have questions about the meetup that Gamber and I had, put it in the questions section, and again, when we hit 3K, I'll go and check. I'll check that out. Unless we've already hit 3K. Matter of fact, let me open studio real quick, so I can keep track on this a little bit better. So I can get like the live sub count. Yes, live sub count. We are 6 subscribers away from answering the Q&A questions. When is the Japan event? Well, we have some assumptions as a community regarding when it would be due to the App Store leaks. And again, I have to preface this with I don't know for certain because it's not been officially announced, but it is possible, if the leaks are correct, which again, things can change, they might not be correct, it would mean that the Japan event would be in the next update. We can also say this may be possible due to the what was it called? The other leaks we had regarding it briefly being mentioned that we would get the Japanese tree to at least test, I believe, sometime in this update. But that was removed from the update announcements, which could mean that they were trying to keep it a secret or they didn't intend to put it there. Or it could mean that they're going to push that back further and that might not be the next update. There is a lot of evidence to suggest that it could be the next update, but again, we don't know for certain because they haven't made an official announcement yet. New UI is kind of bad for me. It's no problem with the old one. Yeah, I like the old one. I did like the old one too. It's just, you know what, 45 millimeters of pen. We can work with this. We can definitely do something here with if we just go around. which our turn circle is going to be the size of Nebraska. Isn't the Opla T-80 body? It's one of them. Now I'm not a Soviet tank, not genius, but like a, you know, I know nothing. I know nothing. I just know it's one of the T-80s and it was made fatter. That's about it. That's all I got for you. Gotta stop looking at stuff. That's a wall. Gamer said he's gonna unsubscribe. Wow, I can't believe you, man. I can't believe you. It's ridiculous. But yeah, it's definitely one of them. Also, with everyone on the top of the map, we're definitely gonna be, well, not me specifically, but my teammates are gonna be encouraging the enemy team to come up over here, which is gonna make this little thing that I'm attempting to do a bit more challenging. To just, you know, like, get a cheesy kill here. Can I even pen that? Sure doesn't look like it. Man, the gun spread on here is like, what am I playing? Is this the right tank game? Because holy cow, that spread is crazy. Oh wait, there's a tiger right there. He's not looking, is he? No? I can't even pen there? Really? No, I couldn't. I couldn't even pen there. Wow. Alright, that was easy. Well, who would have thought it's a designate SPA, using it as an SPA. The fact the task button is gone makes the new UI terrible. I do agree, it was a bit confusing to use because I did not know where everything was. I'm gonna need some help here. Nope. This is probably a terrible spot to attempt to repair. It is. It is very clearly a terrible spot to attempt to repair. I like how this guy's trying to be resourceful and not waste a round on me. He's definitely doing his job. Dang it. I was getting kind of close there too if I made his crew yellow, just by doing that. Imagine BMPT 72 and tier 12 as collectors. Oh man. That would make me sad. Not like terribly sad, because, you know, like frankly, the fire and forget vehicles do lessen the overall like amount of damage that the BMPT has. I know it's not like a direct counter, but it does provide something where it's like you don't have to fully be facing it to kill it, which certainly helps. But no, BMPTs, I don't want to see them at lower ranks. It just makes things too difficult for me. How am I supposed to do my job like that? Also, I think he dropped those bombs exactly on where I was, so yeah, he did. He definitely did. I mean, good on him for doing his job. I know, I shouldn't be saying that word because we're all unemployed here. Well, not all of us, but most of us. My apologies in advance, guys. Alright, well, he's been tickled. Also, this new music, I haven't listened to it properly, like, gone out of my way to even try to fully listen to it, but from the little bits that I'm hearing right now, I like it quite a lot. Events should be tested by YouTubers first so players can see if the event's worth it. That is kind of our job. That's sort of what we're supposed to do, you know? Test things out before people choose to buy them. Which is what I did attempt to do with the rank 14s video, where I showed them off. Because I didn't want anyone to be like, oh, I don't know what to do. So many new tanks, what do I do? And the other creators do, you know, they all did videos on them as well. I just figured doing all of them in one video would help quite a bit, because opposed to, you know, like dragging it out and doing one video per vehicle, which could take me like up to a week to work on doing all of them. and people wanted to play the new stuff as soon as possible. But like general events, he's already dead. I feel like it's a little bit different because for like most events, you do have to play with multiple other players for it to be enjoyable, you know? Like, sure, there's gonna be exceptions where there's gonna be events where just playing with a couple of people would be good. Or maybe not good, but still fun, I mean. Uh-huh. Okay, that tank should, the tiger should be gone. If it's bad, I just collect it. Okay. Collection is fine. Lowsat's only gonna be good on very specific set of maps. And I feel like it's gonna get hate for that. People are gonna say like, oh, these maps are terrible. Like, technically this map is workable because it is mostly flat, like around here. But there's a lot of things that can get in the way. So it's not gonna be super easy to work with. But yeah, it could be done. Or I think that's what we were talking about. You just get the Losat per collection anyway, which again, I perfectly would be fine with that. I myself would probably get the Losat per collection too, had I the option. That's the Chinese thing? Chinese SPA? I suppose we can put some smoke over there and keep advancing. He didn't seem to be doing any damage. Opinion on soon to be added naturally anti-ERA APFSDS? Sounds fun. I mean, I know it should help, right? I mean, that kind of makes sense. The A3, at least for the Leopard, no, Abrams. The M something A3. That'll be good. Quite good. It's 1.5 kilograms heavier. It's a bit slower, but it has slightly better penetration. But I think that's mainly due to just the round being denser. And by dense, I mean heavy. I don't know if it's physically, like, if the atoms are supposedly closer together. I don't know how all that works. I could just kind of say things sometimes, and hope you guys understand, which is actually scarily more often than not. Japan is worse. Yeah, Japan got worse. Japan would have been good for stuff that has to attack flat, but recently it's become worse. Especially after that one update where all over the A spawn they made the dips and hills. That would have been bad. American Desert would also be pretty bad for the Losat in most locations except A. Holy cow, if you get to A with the Losat. If you're on the south spawn and you're holding A, you have opportunity. You do. Not for long if they can get out with anything like stabilized, which again, most tanks at that rank are probably going to be stabilized, you're going to be in a bad situation. You're going to be in a very bad situation. Otherwise, you might enjoy it a bit. Oh, that is not. I don't want to do advertisements while we're streaming. If that happens and I accidentally click an advertisement while we're streaming, I'm going to apologize to you guys because that's kind of just mean. I mean, it really is kind of just mean. Also, for any potential new people, we are waiting to hit 3,000 subs to actually start the Q&A. We have a section in the chat where you can leave questions, and we will get to answering them upon hitting 3,000 subscribers, which we are only 7 off from at the moment. So if you want to help contribute to that goal, you can, and if you want to potentially convince other people to help you as well, I wouldn't mind that. Actually, let's skip the Panther and do the Type 60. I know the Type 60 is stupid, that's why I like it. Okay. Alaska's bad. Yeah, Alaska, I think Alaska is one of the worst maps for something like Losat. Best rank 14 tank in general? Probably the WZ-1001. if you don't mind having a larger front, uh, okay, sorry, no, Vietnam's definitely the worst map for the LOSAT. If you don't mind having a larger front weak spot, the Abrams would be good. If you need more ammunition, also Abrams would be good. If you don't need as much ammunition and you want a smaller weak spot, Leopard 2 A5 and T-72B3A. I would only recommend if you're familiar with the T-72 family and you actually enjoy that family of tanks. If you don't like Soviet style, do not go for that one. I'm just saying, like, because the mobility, the depression, the lack of depression, and the lack of a reverse gear, unless you are familiar with those and you're used to that, I do not recommend it. You went to do something. Well, welcome back. Your Wi-Fi is bad. Mine's probably bad too. NATO and NATO autocorrected like into naturally. Interesting. 7 kills with Leopard 2A5 in the first match with it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. PR1124. I don't know if I have that one. If I haven't done a video on it for Naval, if it's anything to do with Naval and I haven't done a video on it, there's a decent chance I do not have it. If it's ground, I have had it for a while and I just either forgot about it or I'm yet to do a video on it. And if it's for aviation, I probably haven't cared enough to do a video on it, and I might have it. Unless it's Japanese or Soviet. Because I have more or less skipped on researching either of those trees. It's right over there. But how right over there is he? How much right over there is there for he to be right over there? Very. Okay, yes, thank my teammates, because they're awesome people. I will continue to back up. Pre-fire! Yeah! Let's go! That was sick. I probably should have aimed a little bit more in front, but we risked it for the biscuit, and we got it. Vietnam is bad, but it's not like Alaska. I don't think Vietnam is bad. I'm saying it would be bad for the LOSAT. This map, I personally don't mind, because I'm decently good with situational awareness and okay with like figuring out where people are. I don't mind looking around often. So I'd say I'm okay at like maps like this. But I know a lot of people, or at least people that I've worked with that played the game, they're like, oh, I'm going to stick to this side of the map. I'm going to look this way, look that way. If there's no one there, I'm just going to keep moving forward. Opposed to constantly looking at the minimap and constantly checking surroundings. Which I think I do so a little bit more naturally. I'm not saying that's specifically what is your experience, of course, because I don't know how you play the game yourself. But that's just how it's been for me and people I've worked with. Sweet. Plenty of depression so I can give some to the Russian tanks. Yes, Scammer, you know. Beast, you're here, welcome. Good to see you. I gotta catch up on the chat a little bit. Never carried more than 17 shells in high turn in MBT. That's pretty good, man. For what you're gonna want to do with a Leopard, that's definitely gonna work. But what do we do about this Tiger? We need more goofy fun vehicles. I agree. I agree. I can never get enough of the goofy fun vehicles. The day we get the British tree back, I will implore all of you to go out and research the 4005. Because it is so funny. It is so funny to use. And it's also easily killable, as we can see. But dare I say that's what makes it more fun. Is it is a ever so slight challenge to not get shot. And being able to just delete everything. Yeah, we're just missing Kukutka now. The thing is for him, I think it's... Actually, I probably shouldn't be giving out his time zone. It's one of the times of the day for him, so he may or may not be awake. Yeah. Why so late at night? Well, because I didn't have a better time to do it in the day. As it seems, you know, people, including myself, tend to live with other people, and the other people that I'm living with don't really do uh the whole giving me a bunch of silence like super often. So because of that, I have to rely on them to go elsewhere so I can have time to do this. And it just so happens that now is that time where they are elsewhere and I can get to do this. I'm gonna just place a bomb here. I doubt they're gonna stay there, but I will have done that anyway. That watchtower is taller than I expected. We'll keep that in mind for the future. Doge links assemble. That's so true. I forgot. Guys, I know we put a vote, or not a vote, but like a open community suggestion box for which Dogelings we want next. I haven't submitted those to the artist yet, so if you guys come up with Dogeling ideas of ones that we don't yet have, and we could go ahead and do it. AKS, you're here? Okay, welcome. Good to have you. Point of view, you have siblings? Yeah. Tragedy, isn't it? Opinion on the new Japan City map. That is a very good question. I want to check if it's available in offline mode, which we can do shortly after this match, if it is. If not, I guess we'll have to play until we get it, or even past then, really. Doge the King, welcome. Good to see you. I'm seeing a lot of people from my server here. I'm pretty happy about that. Is that the T92? No, this is the AMX ELC BIS, or at least it's called the ELC BIS in game, which, if you need the spelling, that's how you spell it. We call it as a community the Electric Biscuit because that's what the letters kind of spell out. So yeah, Japan City map is kind of like Vietnam in a way where it's more so you need to again be very situationally aware of your surroundings. The Silver District is literally big for a cast point of view. Yeah, it is. It's quite a big map, and in the future, if we see improvements to optimization, I would not be surprised if the map gets expanded. If it doesn't, you know, like, that's equally possible. So we shouldn't be so disappointed if it doesn't happen, because it wouldn't be a big surprise. I know there's someone else. There is someone else. I meant this guy. Whoever's over here. Sneaky. How do you happen to be sneaky when you're using such a massive tank? Especially in comparison with the size of this thing. I don't know. 4005 gameplay in 2026 is something I didn't expect. I don't know how big the latency is, but these comments feel like they're from a couple minutes ago. Yes, I'd say the M44 is quite goofy. You leaving Beast? I guess Beast is going. Yes, the M44 is a potential thing in the next update. Again, it's not confirmed yet. We are assuming, based on possibilities, that is coming to the future. And I think it has, what, 6 kilograms of explosive mass? We can check in a moment. I need to, quote-unquote, lock in for this last couple seconds of the match, which I don't think we're going to manage to do anything, but rather be focused than unfocused, I guess. Takes forever to rechat. Well, yeah, I'm trying to drive a tank, and whenever I choose to rechat, I end up in a wall. Okay, M44, self-propelled howitzer. Yep, War Thunder. Let's take a lookie. High explosive shell M107 has 9.1 kilograms of TNT equivalent. So you guys remember what we did with the ZTZ-99A in the last video. Apparently we're going to be able to do that again Maybe. I don't know if I'd bring it to top tier. But if I did, it would be able to get those kills even easier. Alright, what were we thinking? New map. Yes, we were gonna check the new map. If it's here. It might not be here. Silver District would be the name. I'm not seeing it. Alaska, Abandoned Factory, Main Rhineland, Vietnam, American Desert, Stalingrad, Alaska, Poland, Cargo Port, Poland. Yeah, not here, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to wait till a future update, or we have to play at rank 13 or higher, because that is the only way I've seen this map happen. I know someone else played at rank 8 and they got it, but we'd have to play it at a high rank. So if you guys really want to do that, actually I can open a poll for this. You guys can help me out here. And just go ahead and put this question out there. We're gonna do this for just a few seconds. Okay. I Seems like it's a resounding yes so far. Also, I don't think my slider is working. Because I should be able to slide down and see the poll, but I don't know. Already got it at rank 6, rank 9. Okay. So mid tier. We don't have to do top tier, but mid tier. Sure. Top tier Russia top tier already sucks? Oh, I never said it wasn't terrible or it was good. It's had problems at points in time. Side ERA of BMPT are so OP, I agree. I've had problems with it as well. Small brother, the M55. Yes, the M55 howitzer is a 203 millimeter, and that one I would be super excited to see eventually. Again, eventually. I don't know if that's happening ever, but I sure would like it to. So I guess we'll go for rank 8. Yeah, no? Sure, let's do the 103A. I've not played that in a while. What other tanks have I not played in a hot minute? Like even off stream. Feel like I haven't played you in a moment. T90M I've kind of neglected as well. And Object 120 I've not even considered playing in a long time. Who voted no? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I could even check. Alright, poll is done. Alright, well, that checks out. This is not the map we wanted, but it's the map we got. So let's make the best of it. I sure hope that the sniping spot works with where we're going. You know what they say, the rounds will slide right off because we're so flat, but we will see if that's true or if enemies even show up. Because again, this is the ideal sniping spot, especially for this tank being so low to the ground. Ooh, oh no. That is one of the last things I want to see. Okay, come on. Oh, that's just one of those. Oh goodness. Non-pen, great. There we go, that's what I was hoping for. Okay. What, seriously, what are you doing here? And why can I not pen you? I have no idea. Okay, yeah, that's also what we were worried about. I have high explosive. I had high explosive. T-58 was supposed to get 203? Dude. The amount of, like, straight up war crimes that would happen if you were using a vehicle, any vehicle, really, with a 203 millimeter round that was auto-loaded at 2.5 rounds per second in a revolver-style autoloader is ridiculous. Because what the current one in game already has, I'm thinking something along the lines of what, like, is it 15 kilograms of explosive mass per shell? Oh, we did get a hit. Excellent. I don't know if we're gonna be reloaded in time to even try with this guy. So a round that's like what, a fourth the size, but it's not a fourth, like 140%, but it's larger because, you know, it's area. Man, it would just be, it'd be terrible. Just straight up terrible. When I say like warm crimes that would be caused, I mean it. AFT jump scare, yeah. Hello, Widgeon. You can machine gun the missile? I could, and I kind of tried, but I didn't really try. AFT and BMPs, no, they are not the same in terms of how evil they are. AFT is like lawful evil, and then the BMPT is like just the chaotic evil. Did you miss? What? He used his missile at some point. Like, you know, because the AFT is supposed to have a... Oh my goodness. These things are supposed to have weak spots, and the AFT's entire weak spot is it. It is a weak spot on wheels. You've also annoyed me so much. But, like, we could damage it. If that was a BMPT, I would not have been able to even damage it in the first place. You'd still be driving around max speed. Why do we have so few rounds on this? What is happening? Okay. Trying to be cost effective or something? Yay! Decent hit. But no damage to anything important. I fear that AFT actually has a shot on me. No, it's not. Okay, my eyes were trolled. Or something like that. You don't see me. No, you don't. That ERA just soaking up all the damage again. You still don't see me, man. Not even a little bit. Oh, come on. I mean, I'm glad he's helping. But that would have been nice. Low tier's only fun if you playing it yourself. You like to watch high tier vids? I like to play low tier. I doubt you guys would consider rank 8 low tier, but because, you know, it's mid tier. Oh, phew. I mean, to be fair, I was just out there. Twitter 3 was never installed in the 258. Yeah, I believe I've told you this before. At least some of you guys, if you were at the last stream. I don't like playing top tier. It's not what I find the most fun. I enjoy playing mid tier / low tier the most. And yet here I am, playing higher tiers. We are currently 3 subs away from opening the Q&A questions and answering those. That's very fun. It's thrilling. Okay, wait, oh no, I closed the chat. Where are you guys? Come back here. Where'd you go? What have I done? Oh wait, there it is. Oh, thank goodness. Favorite tank, C2A1. Rank 1 to 7. Yes! Yes, man. I'm currently playing rank 8 because we are currently searching to get Silver District. We got it. Let's go. we're gonna go with the AMX because we're gonna get a little bit more mobility here. Let me know when you're one-way, Gamma. You're just gonna break my heart then. Alright, let's start by going out this way, I guess. I don't know. This is my second time ever being on this map, so I still don't know the lay of the land well. Hence why I want to explore it a bit, but of course we're probably not going to have a huge chance to explore if we're getting shot by someone. Hence why I am trying. Did you answer my question or not? I don't know. I got off on X. What? What does that even mean? Favorite tank has to be Tiger 2, Gepard, big light Panzer. So like, it's kind of like half of the German rank 10 tanks. I mean, I like them too, so I'm not complaining, but what? Perfect timing? Yeah, it was. It was pretty good. Hawk, I'm gonna check back to see if you asked a question recently, but I don't see anything that's like sticking out. Just you like answering other people, really. They considered installing the 203 on the T-58, that's why the hole in the gun manlet for the cannon is ridiculously large. Okay, that does make more sense to its design. I don't intend to carry this tree around. I'm not the Challenger seasonal offer. There's a SPA tomorrow? There is behind me. There is an SPA behind me. Okay, let's see. Or maybe not. Oh, there's a building. Okay. Oh, you can go through that. Ouch. That's news for me. Hey, is 2.81 kill death good? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Reminds me of old Spider-Man games. I've never played one of those, like, what, PS3? I know that's probably not the right one, but from the memes that I've seen on YouTube and several other things, is lead me to believe it's Spider-Man on the PlayStation 3. I don't want to go out there if they can shoot through that, and I saw the Magach Hydra shoot through that. Heavily discouraging. I don't want to go out there now, but I might have to. Favorite has to be KPZ. KPZ is good. The KPZ is one of the good ones. Agreed. We both can say that is true for our perspectives. I don't think I've had a terrible experience ever with the KPZ. And by that I mean, yes, I've probably had matches where I wasn't so happy, but it was never to the point where I was blaming the vehicle. Alright, we're gonna try to go here. I don't want to go around because I feel like I'm gonna get flanked if I do that. So we're gonna try to peek through here. You know, just hoping that no one's directly on the other side, which seems to be true. There's an SPAA somewhere here. Somewhere over there. Oh, yes. I can't seem to get a shot on him, though. I feel like this fence is rage bait. Because either I feel like it should be destructible, or we should have an opportunity to shoot through it. At least on the spots that aren't, you know, the slats. Like, we should be able to shoot through that. Yes, it's gonna be a bit worse for most players, but I mean, like, optimization-wise. But if they can optimize the rest of the map, just have this little bit, I think it would be good. I feel like that T-44 can shoot me. Yeah, he can definitely hit me. Definitely hit me a little bit. No idea who that was from. 13,000 consumables? Yeah, that's ridiculous. Probably AMX 10RC. I'm glad you guys like the 10RC. It's not the heat that would be the problem there. Like, even the machine gun wasn't going through. Alright, this is the other spawn as it seems, at least for the single point capture mode. Domination, I think, is what it's called. All rounds would be a problem there. It wasn't just the heat that would be an issue. And speaking of issues, watch this. Whenever we pull up out behind or alongside a target, which could be pretty soon. Maybe not. This guy's moving. We'll try to sneak behind him. Well, I guess we won't. That's the guy who got me with the Arty. I know the STRV is supposed to be good in a hold down position, but how long it can take you to get your gun on target is ridiculous. Like, even this, I don't think I have any actual chance of shooting this guy because those fences block any shots. Like, those machine guns should have registered at least a hit or two, but nothing happened because we cannot go through the fence. Silver District Fence versus Japan's wind fence. Yeah, just unstoppable force versus an unmoving object, or you know, however the saying goes. This guy, it looks like I should be able to shoot his turret roof, but I cannot. No matter how hard I try. Also, I saw there was someone going around? Also, you really gotta break with this thing yourself if you want to get shots off. No, you can. Well, this guy would be surprised to learn that that doesn't really do anything to me. Why do you have 0 ammo? Or that just hit the fence. Ah, yes, nice try. This is just egregious. Look at how long it takes us to put the gun on target. All that to make his guy in front just yellow. Forward, it's not a problem because they actually brake so you can turn, but in the reverse, holy cow, it's an issue. They do not want to slow down when you're reversing, which I don't know if that's a design flaw for the vehicle itself or if it's a coding thing with the game or what. This guy really does not want to peek. He is being the most cautious player I've seen going around any sort of corner. And he's already dead. Great. I wasted time sitting there waiting for him. Okay. Yeah, again, look at this. If I fired this shot right here, between the gaps of the fence, that would have hit him had he not been moving. But he was moving, and we can't go through the fence. So bad. Nerf is awesome. Yeah. Jack, hello, I'm new here. Welcome. Welcome. Autoloader nerf? I didn't realize there was an autoloader. Oh. Do you mean like them physically modeling it? Yeah, I did. Okay, I did know that. I thought you were talking about like a time increase or something along the lines of that. The It's Pizviz 90? You know, earlier videos when I tried to pronounce that, / didn't try to announce that, or pronounce that, and I said just, it's the or whatever. Apparently people didn't like that. Because it was so wrong. But I think for the meantime, I want to look at this map real quick. Then we could go maybe try that anti-air. I know it's the Leopard 2A4 hull. I love the Leopard 2A4 hull. And I was very happy with it when I saw it come out first, because it was a Leopard, and it was the first Leopard 2 that we got in game, besides the Leopard 2K, which, you know, isn't really a Leopard. Yeah, from the air, this map looks massive. Like, if they expanded it, like the spawn areas and everything, this could be huge. This could be a crazy map to fight on. But, you know, we don't have quite that large of an area to work with. even so, definitely a lot here. My only complaint for the snail would be that for this spawn, even if we can't shoot through the fencing, I would like this barrier gone so that we can go down and have battles under here, and then have like these ramps opened up as well so people can go up, and then over here be able to fight. And yes, it would be quite annoying to, well, get back up on the other side, because the ramp does just go up into your spawn more or less, and hold down vehicles would have an advantage. But just to try it, just to see if that's at all fun for the players. That is my only request / complaint about this map. You should pronounce it as... I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that. Did we not try to already exit the replay? Why are we still here? Exit. Thank you. Thank you, Java Chip, for doing the introduction. Leopard 2 hull doesn't do anything against MBT shells. Yeah, but it's not supposed to do anything against MBT shells because it's an anti-air vehicle, not an anti-ground vehicle. But people like to use it as anti-ground, at least in-game, which, you know, can't blame them. It's pretty fun as an anti-ground vehicle. B2, this is not the Brenus. It does not have the... Where would they put the Brenus? Would they put that at rank 8? Acra? No, it wouldn't be rank 7. It's not rank 7. Where'd they put the Brenus? What? Oh, it's there. Okay, yeah. Rank 9 French is, I think, the best rank for French. You will rarely find a rank as good as rank 9 for French. And then on top, Type 16, I guess? I don't remember them moving this. I know just recently someone said they moved this one down. Might be fun to try. Now. We're still 3 subs away from opening the questions in the Q&A, reading those and answering them. So if you guys want to leave questions, we do have a tab for Q&A questions. You can put them there. I'll answer them later when we hit 3,000 subs. And we are, again, 3 subs away from that. So if you want to help out, or if you want to find someone that could help out on our little attempt to do this, that'd be cool. How can I ask to... How to penetrate BMP-T? Can I ask how to Oh, you just want to kill it? And you're having problems with killing it? Is that what I'm hearing? Typically, for me, I just go for the lower hull area, like, as if it was a T90. And that typically jubs the job, you know? It does the job. That's what I meant to say. Not... What did I say? Jubs the dob? Yeah. They did move it down. Yeah. Which, as we all know, based on the leaks that may or may not be true, it does imply that we're getting something Japanish soon. But again, we don't know for certain because nothing's been officially announced. Soft kill APS still affect the AFT? It better. I mean, last I played it did, which last I played it was probably a few months ago. I'm pretty sure I did during one of the charity streams when we were working with Wounded Warriors. KVB, welcome. Good to see you. Or nice to meet you too. Even if I don't recognize your name. Yeah. AFT is vulnerable to all soft kill. Yay! That's great to know. Are we not currently playing the tank you want? You asked for this. Java Chip, we are actively playing Again, I don't know how large the latency is, because it asked me to if I wanted to change it, and I said, yeah, do the normal latency opposed to the like short slash super short ones that it asked for. So who knows if it's like a whole 3 minutes behind or something, but we're actively playing it. Align the FPS to the type 16p. Okay, good to know. That MBT is going to be a problem. That SPA is going to be a problem. Never mind. I am the problem for the SPA. But yeah, no, the MBT that's pulling up is going to be a bigger issue. Come on. I'm not going to have enough prep time for this. I'm not Batman. I can't do everything with prep time. Ooh, good hard. Uh-oh. Ah! Okay, well, we're still alive. So, we have time to smoke or something to get out of this situation. Where's... That A10 was doing something. He was certainly doing something. There we go. Okay. Let's get around here. Oh dear, not that, please. Oh, he saw me. I was hoping that bush would help. It did not. Okay, his main cannon is out. Can I pen there? It said I could. I could not. Oh, that's a lot more players than I would like. Kill assist? Okay, cool. Against a bot, I think. Let's just try to keep ourselves alive as long as possible so that our allies can benefit the most from our death. Timed play? You're crazy. Gamer, you're crazy. Favorite tank? My favorite tank is the C2A1. It was a seasonal offer in the Leopard 2AV offer platoon. That was, I think, when was it? I want to say like March 2023. Why am I still alive? What? I was closing my eyes and everything because I thought I was dead. And I could just go into storytelling mode. Okay, well, I'm still alive, so I guess I'll go back to A and get more ammo. Where's this guy? Or is he just the flaming wreck? Okay, he's not the flaming wreck. This is not going to do anything significant. Nope. I mean, it says I can pen there on this lower... Okay, that... I could. I could indeed. Yeah, let me get more ammo. No. My MBT friend, please. Please. Where's the please button? That's about close as it gets. I'm asking you to do this for me. He is somewhere over there. Go get him, Tiger. No! Never mind. There's a ITP SV with a T55 hull. What? Huh? That's crazy. Switch to APDS. We already did that. We ran out of ammo and that's why we switched, but I wouldn't have switched anyway. Too cool for school type of thing, you know. You wouldn't get it. Is the Type 89 a good vehicle? Not really. Unless you're specifically going after planes or other light vehicles or SPAA. You're not going to easily be dealing with MBTs for the most case. If you want to, you have to be very ratty. Very, very ratty. How in the world did you get 20 kills, KVB? How did you manage that? Please explain what vehicle you were using and what map it was, so that I can even like begin to fathom this, because that just sounds ridiculous. For you to get 20 separate kills, and also tell me how much silver you got from that match, because I'm very curious. T-55 Marksman. Marksman. Isn't that what the British one is called? Isn't the British one the Marksman as well? Like if I just scroll here a little bit, find where's the British? Where are they? It wouldn't be lower rank. Yeah, Chieftain Marksman. That's not the same? No, it is the same. Marksman. Well, I guess that makes sense because the Chieftain also it's the same. It is the same turret on a lower rank vehicle, which means it could perform better. Maybe. Hope they remove ships to focus more on tanks and planes. Oh. I mean I kinda like naval a little bit. So only got 18 kills twice. My bro got 21 kills one time. That is very impressive. T-14 in Poland. Down tier, yeah, that could be possible. T-14. So the T-14 is just goated. I know it has to be difficult to kill because it has the whole weak spot. Let's visualize this for people that may forget stuff or can't quite recall what I'm talking about. Just so we're all on the same page for sure. Protection analysis against its own shot. The weak spots are just this little bar, which most players aren't going to go for immediately, and then the machine gun port. They're probably going to aim here and here, maybe at the turret if they're newer players, so it makes sense that they're not going to know what to do. But to still manage to get 20 kills is quite ridiculous. How do you do that? I don't know. It could be named Leopard Marksman. I guess that makes sense. That's true. I haven't done a video on the Excelsior, so I guess we should cover it now. Because there's no better time than the present. And apparently the T-14 is good, so we're adding that in the lineup too. EBR is a personal pick, and then Chi Nu 2 in case we feel like we need something that just doesn't have armor whatsoever. 20 kills with the KV2 is... You can't have just been using the KV2 because your reload time would kill you. Maybe not directly, but it would kill you. Alright, AP CBC with 63 grams of explosive mass. And then how much does the HE have? HE has quite a bit. We'll definitely have some of those extra. And I'll go with 22 because the rounds aren't that big. They don't take a whole lot of space on the hull. And now we go 15,000 something SL and 6 GE. You are chilling. I mean, look, when you said 20 kills, I thought you meant like higher tier, so I was, oh, the SL amount's got to be massive. L ads? You got ads? They do ads on live streams? I did not know that. I don't think I had ads even turned on for the live stream. I'm not making money off this. Did everyone get ads? I don't know. Should I check? What do you guys... Well, hold on. Personal, like from person to person here. If they play ads on my live stream without me knowing, do you think I should get the money from it? Or no? Because I guess it makes sense that I didn't set them in place, therefore I shouldn't be getting the money for it, because I do have to turn on the ads for the videos. Oh, yeah, that's definitely way too high. Oh, they're over here. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, man. Oh, that was just tragic. Just keep moving. He can't hit me if I'm moving. This new player theory. Can't hit you if you're moving. Reverse would be a different thing. Ricochet. He'll be brave enough to pop back out, right? Right? No? Maybe not? Maybe not. Can we check that reverse speed again? 2? 2. At that point, I feel like you're just pushing the tank backward. Like, they're stepping out of the vehicle to push it in reverse. There's no designated reverse gear. Oh, ew. That was just sad. Okay, engine damage for him. Panzer IV still distracted. Gulp. Alright, that was very close to being... Oh, this is... I was gonna say that's very close to being a problem. This is actually a problem. Never mind. Holy cow. Excelsior's goated now. They fixed it. Everything's better with this vehicle. Okay, stop moving. Nope, that was a bad shot. Don't hit my barrel, man. Why are you at that angle? What? I just so happened to hit the track. Jeez. This angle's terrible. No, he's angling good. It's my angle on him that was bad. Alright, T-14. We know how to kill this thing. We still know how to kill it. Can I get a shot opportunity, please? I need to angle a little bit more myself. There we go. That's a better angle. And he just died. Well, that's that. You should get a little bit of money. Yeah, that sounds about right. There were no bots. I am proud of you for getting 20 kills with there being no bots. That's pretty impressive stuff. Not sure if there's bots this match. I haven't. Well, there is definitely one because I just killed one. Just keep being angled. Why? Oh, why are there so many of you guys now? Okay, okay. Trying to manage these things one at a time. Try not to get too close, of course, because then we can't do anything. That's just terrible shot placement on my part. Why are you guys speaking in Spanish? I don't know that. I speak a little bit of German, tiny bit of Chinese, but I cannot do Spanish. Doing the second mastery level right now? Okay, okay. You can go ahead and do that. I'll be here for who knows how much longer. Trying to work with this tank, which, again, this might be now. Maybe besides the Calliope. Maybe, because it really depends on how you use it. The best tank of this rank. I mean, Calliope is just fun, but this is very, very practical. We haven't even used the smoke this match. You also speak a little bit of German, yeah. Yeah, I had to take it for high school. It was mandatory that I take foreign language classes, so I took 2 years of German. I did not learn a ton, but I learned a little bit. I only speak Thai and English and some very basic Chinese. Well, I don't know. Maybe us as a community having a collective knowledge in a tiny bit of Chinese will be helpful. If you guys continue to just talk in Spanish, I'm gonna have to mute you because you're not. It's not contributing. It's just distracting. Ah, yes, more bonds. Great success. Alright, we gotta use the T-14 now, because it's busted. It's like the same round, isn't it? As the Excelsior? Or not the same round. It is the exact same round. The M61 shot. It might be equally as good. How many subs now? We are currently 3 away. We are currently 3 away from hitting 3,000. And once we hit 3,000 subs, we will start answering questions on the Q&A. Of course, you know, a little bit of... Why did I read thigh as thigh? Because that's how you say it. Because, you know, like in English, TH makes a singular sound. 30 APHE? Alright, we'll do 30. Or, APHE? We got APCBC. I assume that's what you're talking about because it does essentially the same thing. And we're going to start by going to the lower side of the map so that we can get them while they're trying to go to A, and we can cut them off there. Opposed to going to A and then, you know, having to do back and forths with them. Play the T-14 and come back. Yep, you do that. It's read as tie for some reason. Okay, well then why didn't they just say that? Also, I do have to note that yes, I am American, and I've gone to an American school, but I've not gone to an American school in America, so my experience with learning the English language has been different from Americans in America. So if Americans in America have learned to pronounce it some different way, or, you know, like possibly the correct way, as, you know, that would be whatever the locals say, I guess, would be the correct way of pronouncing the name of a country. Because I've learned it differently, I'm going to say it differently. That's kind of that. I wonder if the guy behind him will notice. And that T-14 in front of me definitely noticed. Okay, now that I'm facing an angle T-44, where do I aim to kill this thing? Oh, never mind. Figured it out. Now I know. That was a pretty quick learning session. Not gonna lie. Okay, good first hit. Please don't know where to shoot me. He didn't know where to shoot me. Oh, that is a lot of takes. Okay. You know, between the two, I think it's better to take out the KV-2 anyway, because then they can't use it to massacre my team. Is that fair enough? Let me know. Sick of all this Mexican talk. It might be actual Spanish. Turret cheek on the left. Okay, thank you. Turret ring is pretty weak. Thank you guys, thank you. This is good life advice. Upper side is very weak too. Whatever that means, Gamer. What? This sneaky air music. Alright, one bomb on the Panzer IV G. One on the other Panzer IV because he's not moving. This new music is epic. Can I knock out the... Yes, okay, rocket launcher on the Calliope is out. Whirlwind is there. Don't know if he spotted me. He did not spot me. And that is not in English. Avenger, I assume, would be the only thing I can actually pen from up here. But we didn't have much time to do that. Mexican is messed up. What? I know, yeah, like, saying Spanish, like, seeing Spanish and saying, oh, don't speak Spanish in the first place. I mean, telling people to not speak their own language is kind of mean. But also, even more so if you're saying the wrong one. Does that make sense to you guys? It should. I feel like that was a fairly simple thing to kind of say. Like, if I'm asking you guys to not speak in Spanish, I can say, please do not speak in Spanish. But if I'm saying, don't speak in Mexican, that just doesn't even make sense in the first place, and it's just kind of mean. Pen the roof of the Panzer IV, probably, yeah. The Panzer IV and 3s aren't known for having the best turret armor. Point proven. Right there. Okay, well, your skirts are doing the right thing against APHE. Are you turned the wrong way around? No, he does. Okay, I thought, because he had that track right there, I thought this was his, thought that was his front for a second there. Which was very confusing. Yes, I know you know. I know you know, I know you know. Still 3 subscribers away. This might not happen. We might be having a 3,000 sub stream, but never hit 3,000 subs. That might be funny. Actually, I find that to be hilarious. In all reality. Panzers gave armor? I don't know. In concept, they were supposed to have some. 50 cal and Panzer IV from the back. Yeah, I don't know, man. Something about like saving on weight / easier production, maybe. Because what, the Panzers were only like initially just supposed to be like an infantry support vehicle. Like not like partially breakthrough, partially infantry support, and then you know, as they further got developed, it turned into being use tanks to shoot tanks. Oh, man. What? Yeah, okay, we're just gonna... if you guys choose to speak Spanish, I'm gonna give you temporary timeout. I'm not trying to be mean. I can't understand it, and I can't easily moderate languages that aren't English. So, I'm gonna have it removed. So, just hope you know. Panzer IV was supposed to destroy bunkers. I know the earlier Panzer certainly had access to some round. Like the... why are we doing this? Can I just... Yeah, okay. That's much easier. Anyways. Yeah. Don't know what that was about. Let's see. So T-14 and Excelsior are clearly very good at low tier. Oh, I need to do this again. It's been a while since I've done this. The ZSU-37 at rank 1, which I know we're pretty much automatically going to get up tiered, and we don't have a option about that. But I want to maximize the chance of just us getting lower tier vehicles, if at all possible. Gammer, watch yourself, man. Watch yourself. Oh, we have gone up. We are now 2 subscribers away from hitting our goal and doing the Q&A. And then guys, again, drop questions. You can do more than one question in the Q&A section, the little tab that we have on the chat, and I will answer them all. Or, you know, again, little bit of a disclaimer, if it's anything inappropriate / private information, I am not required at all to give accurate answers or even answer them at all if I want to. If it is a fair and respectable question, I can provide an answer for it. And if it is, again, something private or inappropriate, I do not need to answer. I'm glad you guys are already speaking in English. That's good. Yeah, again, I trust you guys, or at least the vast majority of my subscribers. I know there's probably exceptions. Very, very few of them. I trust you guys to not be asking inappropriate questions or stuff that you know I cannot answer. Okay, here we go. Back from the match, bro. Welcome back. How did it go this time? Nobody's over there. Oh, M24. Now, because we have this tank, oh my goodness. I cannot believe that man shot me right on the gun. That is the worst possible place to be shot. Give me my gunner back, please. Or I need the train to come and save me. Someone shoot the train. Nope. Someone please dispatch this Panzer. Okay. Oh my goodness. So that was unfortunate. How's your new phone? Is it running well? It's running pretty well, yeah. Still, we have, you know, slight problems with heating, but that's mainly due to the external temperature. Like, if it's continually getting up to 90 something degrees Fahrenheit, then of course I'm putting more stress on the device opposed to if it was like just 80 or something, or even lower really. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's pretty good, that's pretty good. Okay. I'm the surgeon. Oh, that was Gammer. Huh. Alright. Who would have thought? Where's this guy coming from? Here? Yeah. Alright, well, predictable, I guess. And we are in anti-air, so we can maybe do this. 2. No. Maybe not. He's still coming for me. Oh, we did get a hit. Alright, that kills mine. Ooh, that's really close to where I am. Ouch. Why did the train and Panzer IV move up at the same time? I'm not sure. I thought you're European? I'm not. I'm American. I've been American since I was born. That's the funny thing, it kind of works like that. Moan. Get out of here. Go away. Alright, we got a T-34 over here. We got probably Gamma like right here. Using the same KV2 if I had to guess. 93 degrees Fahrenheit right now though. Yeah, I also have a form of air conditioning. I have some fans going right now. But where's this guy? Why would you do that, man? Ouch. And to be fair, we got 2 seconds. We got kills in 2 seconds. Can I add you? I don't know. If I check my friend request list, it would be probably longer than the amount of food I've had this month. Because it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. I think I have like, I haven't counted, but I've always been assuming it's about 300 or so. It might be accurate, it might not be. Also, I'm gonna be a one-shot here regardless of what this guy's using. If he chooses to advance. I do not have high hopes. Bye. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, one more shot there. Okay, maybe not one more. Come on. Come on. Yay! I did it. Luft! Man, it's really worried about the airplane. Oh, why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Huh? Now you just look silly. Where are you running to? Why? Why? Why would you do this? You could have killed me. You should have done it. What was that for? Camera, what was that for? Okay, we're at 2,999 subscribers. At the next subscriber, we will start answering the Q&A questions. War crime. I know, right? You can't shoot your allies, man. It's not okay. Do you want to friend me? Are you asking me or are you asking the other guy in chat? Because guys, look, that's my friends list. Here's the friends request list. It is near never ending. If I were to read through all of these names, it would probably take me, I want to say, at least 7 minutes. How dare me? He was not speaking to me. No, he was not. Not at all. Yeah, the Panzer III does have better armor. I think it's because I was partially angled, plus he was trying to aim at a specific weak spot. We're at 3K. We are at 3K. You're right. I'm seeing that now on the live channel page. We're at 3,000 subscribers. Okay, let's open the Q&A questions and start reading through them. Clip him? I'm not gonna clip him. That's just mean. Why would we do that? All right, to the top of the Q&A list. There's a couple questions in here. Again, if you guys want to add more questions, you can go ahead and do that right now, and I will start answering them. Here we go. Number one, how is Gamer so cool? That's a pretty good question. Um, Surprisingly, even though he's got like a little bit of a chaotic vibe, he's pretty level-headed in most situations. So I'd say that's what gives him that cool factor. When tier X planes and will they add tier 15 tanks soon? So I'm gonna start with the second half of that question because I know more so an answer for that. Um, unless they plan on doing a rank 15, well, not rank 15, but if they want to do a decompression for ground, then we're gonna have rank uh 15. Definitely be a possibility, but as it stands right now, it's most likely that all the quote unquote top tier tanks for a very, very long time are going to be rank 14. I don't see rank 15 being a possibility really because uh, someone mentioned that like, oh, rank 14 is going to be all the 12.3 tanks, and then it makes sense that rank 15 is going to be all the 12.7 tanks. I don't think so. I'm pretty confident all 12.7 and 12.3 tanks are going to be rank 14 unless we get some change. What's your favorite German tank? That would be the Leopard C2A1, which I know it's not strictly German, but it's a Leopard, so it's pretty German. It's gonna be this tank. I love this one so much. It's so silly. For some reason, it allows you to not take damage from an AFT 109's missile. Don't know why. It just sometimes works. Uh, so that's my answer for that. Favorite rank 14 tank? Probably the Leopard 2. I can deal with not having so much ammo. I need the mobility of the Leopard though. I know the WZ does have good mobility, but I also need the reverse speed. I can't handle a bad reverse speed. And I appreciate how it doesn't have as much of a frontal weak spot as the uh, Abrams does. So definitely the Leopard 2A5 for that rank. If the oplot is going to be added, is it worth it in your opinion? I don't know. I have never experienced using the oplot on PC, and that's mainly because I have not played PC in a very long time. Um, if I were to use it, I could let you know, and I will probably be making a video reviewing it if slash when it comes out. So if you want to know what I think about it, you're gonna have to wait till I have the opportunity to actually use it, but then I will give you a straight answer on that. Favorite man battle tank? Very clearly, my favorite MBT is gonna be the C2A1, like I mentioned. That's my favorite. If you need it to be something researchable, of the researchable main battle tanks, this is going to be a very controversial pick, but I will say just straight up the Leopard 1, um, because I know it's unstabilized on the main gun, but I think it's quite funny. That's about it. Plus the good mobility and decent round options. It's one of my favorite ones. Messi or Ronaldo? Now, this is a very, very interesting question. A very interesting question. I know some people who choose who their friends are based around if they prefer Messi or Ronaldo. I myself am pretty much impartial because outside of this current World Cup and every once in a while watching a Bayern Munich game, I do not watch any form of soccer. And yes, I'm going to say soccer because I'm an American and it was there's a whole history lesson behind why we call it soccer and everyone else doesn't, and I don't care to give that whole explanation right now, but there is a little bit of reasoning behind it, and because of that, I do not care enough to choose between them because they basically mean the same thing to my life, which is not much. They have not done anything for me or changed any large factor of my life, so I can't tell you which one I prefer because there's no comparison for me there. They are like one to one for me in terms of impact on my life. What's your opinion on the Japanese tech tree leak? Well, if you're asking for my opinion on the leak itself, not the tech tree apparently, because I think you would have said the Japanese tech tree period if you meant that. But uh, the leak itself, I know they don't intend it because last time when I asked one of the moderators on the Discord server about if they intended it, he said no, that was far from intentional. We didn't mean to do that. It was a mistake, and that also does make sense with this one because they immediately tried to correct it by uh, putting another update like patch note that went up. But if you look at the update patch notes history, you can go back and see the old one. So it's still there, of course, and I don't think they can change that, which is unfortunate. Uh, Alas, the league itself, it's because it's not what they intended. It feels a little bit bad. Well, not bad, but like I feel a bit sorry for them because obviously it's not what they wanted, but you know, it's what we got. Do you live on Earth? I do live on Earth. Uh, Despite the Teldask theory, which I don't know if you guys were here for when we did that whole debunking the Teldask theory video, clearing the controversies. That was quite some time ago, and by quite some time, it was probably like less than a year ago. I forget how fast time flies. Um, yeah, that was yeah. I live on Earth. Yeah. When did you start playing War Thunder? I started playing War Thunder mobile on August 17th, I think, 2023. I started playing on PC, and by PC I mean console, because I got on an Xbox the following summer, so like August 2024, and I there was a point in time when I played a match like every day. Like that'd be the thing I do when I got home from school. I'd sit down and play a game of War Thunder, and then I'd go off and make a video on War Thunder Mobile, and then I'd do my homework sometime later. Um, but I have not been heavily focused on doing War Thunder itself, like the console game. Um, there was a point in time, which was April, early April, when we had the Great War event of 2025, I think. I grinded out the entire event so I could get all the World War One vehicles, which I do still have on my console account, which is separate from the uh, Doge Original YT other Gaijin account, which I'm currently using for mobile. And yeah, I haven't played PC slash console in a little bit, but yeah, well, I started back in like August 2024. Was your favorite heavy tank other than T58 and Object 279? That's a good question. If I have to filter them out, oh, that's not the right filter. Filter by heavy tanks. Mouse is fun, but everybody loves the mouse. The M4A3E2 76 Jumbo was my favorite for quite some time, and then they they balanced it out by making it fair, and I don't like it as much anymore. Used to be really good. Churchill 1, I think that's stupidly good. Matilda is actually good. Churchill 1, I find to be a good challenge, and that's why I think it's stupidly good. Tog 2, actually, that might be my answer to this question. Just go along here, just make sure. Yeah, the Tog, the hot Tog is the best. There's no questioning it. The Tog's just simply the best heavy tank. Best part about the meetup that happened between me and Gammer, probably, I don't know. Being able to actually make jokes about stuff like in person hits different opposed to the times that we're recording together. And it does feel more genuine, like being able to actually spend time with people in person, opposed to, like talking online is one thing, but being able to see like people's voice and connect to their face and enjoy that time with them, that's good. So I'd say, yeah, allowing the possibility to make actual jokes in the moment and being funny together. That was good. How did the meetup happen? Let's see. I think I mentioned to him that I was going through one of the towns nearby, and then he said, "Oh, that's nearby." And I said, "Oh, really? That's cool." And then later on, he said, "We could go to this place." And I said, "Oh, yeah, that sounds like a good place to go to." And I said, "I'm going to go back through there soon." He's like, "Really? How about we try to go there?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. How about we try to go there?" So then we tried to go at the same time, and it worked out. So that's how that happened. What's your favorite Chinese tank? Off the top of my head, I can't tell you. It's not the AFT. I can tell you that for certain. Oh, we don't have any Chinese tanks in the legacy tree, I guess. Maid's pretty good. The Maid was made even better when they moved it from rank 8, moved it to rank 7. I haven't used it a lot, but I know I like it. The PLZ-05 is far from my favorite. I think out of this tech tree, besides the AFT, it might be the tank I hate the most because it just was disappointing for me on a different level, completely different level. Favorite though, probably the Maid. It seems about right, unless it was an American tank like the M4A4 or the Hellcat. Everybody loves the Hellcat. Unless we're including these. I mean, this might switch it up a little bit. Nah, the Maid. Still the Maid. Yeah, early APF SDS. Can't really complain about that. Plus the crazy stupid camo, which looks straight out of a different tank game, which I'm not going to mention for reasons. But also this amazing camo, which I would definitely use if I wanted to spend gold right now, but I want to save it for the future. So yeah, M4A1D or sorry, M41D or the Maid because it's M41D and then the 4 and 1 look like an A and 1 or A and an I. That would be That'd be the one I'd go with. And last question we have so far. Again, guys, if you want to ask more questions, we can do that. You just got to go to the questions tab. We're now answering the questions for the Q&A, of course, because we did hit 3,000 subs. Legit question, if you could pick one tank only for the easiest and best tank for you to use, what would you pick? I pick HSTVL because the easiest tank with good speed, pen, reload, mobility. So like, just out of all the tanks currently in game, which one for me is the easiest to use? And I find the best. Hmm. I mean, I don't want to give a super obvious answer because I feel like then what's the point of asking the question if I said something like, oh, the T58, because, 2.5-second reload speed, 15 plus kilograms of explosive amount. Like, yeah, no, duh, that's easy to use. Same as like Object 279. Super easy to use, heavy tank, good armor that's confusing for enemies, and really good shell. Uh, 2S38 was a good one. That one's been good for quite some time. I believe it would be down here, not in the Soviet tree itself. Rank 8? No, rank 9? Where is this thing? Rank 11? Okay. I guess that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, this thing particularly, I put the festive camo on it because it was making me very happy. 220 millimeters of pen on the main round, plus the crewless turret, which now has the autoloader. This might change my opinion on it if I actually use it a lot at all anymore, because that is massive in comparison with how the ammo was laid out prior. That would be crazy insane slash annoying to have to deal with going out, especially if you're hull down and you're in a good spot and that's the only thing that gets damaged. That'd be so infuriating. Where do you live in the US? Now, see, this guys, we talked about this. This is kind of where it starts reaching into like personal question. Um, holy cow, what was happening? I went back to the normal chat. I scroll up. I'm seeing a ton of deleted messages. What happened? If your board played full T8 ATGM lineup, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Nexus can bounce 30mm APDS. Yeah, and apparently it can bounce the AFT missiles at times. Leopard 1's fun. Leopard 1's overrated. It's fine for its tier. Yep. CV 90105XC8, very underrated and forgotten. Far from forgotten, in my opinion. Underrated, yeah. Because the tandems that it has are really good. Second App Store leaked. Okay. As someone who has met Doge in person, he is in fact an alien. Thanks, Scammer. Yeah, okay. Java Chip said, okay, Doge, you gotta go. I hope Java Chip takes care. I know they're long gone after I'm seeing this message now, but yeah. Having fun being a dictator is amazing. I bet it is, yeah. He likes the Jumbo 76 because he abused it a lot, and that's the reason his KD is so high, along with the T58. Oh. Haven't checked, but how much does it cost to be a moderator? You don't buy your position to be a moderator. Gamer's right. About a year being Doge's good friend. Yeah, that checks out. Move the Chinese legacy to its respective tree. I'm glad they did. I'm glad they did. Made us worse than American counterpart. Very way, except having APFCS instead of just APDS, but the American one has more pen. Don't know how they managed that, but they did. Give Gamer a bulldozer to ram us. What? Rank 11? Yeah, I figured it was rank 11. After I figured that out. Hello guys, welcome back. Or I should be welcome back because I'm now here again. You meant which state? Yeah, I don't know if I can give that out, man. I don't know. I don't know. My state is probably on the other side. Oh, maybe. Is it just me or are we dealing with like serious FPS issues? This cannot be just me. I mean, it could be just me and that's why we're having the issues. You guys seeing this? We're getting like 10 frames per second. Hello? You guys there? We might have to end the stream now. Because that's pretty bad. That is very bad, in fact. It's bad, the FPS. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Do you play air? Yes, I play air. We do videos on the planes often. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate each tank tree? Let's say, to make things simple, for beginners. Just in the general, for beginners. American tree. It's pretty forgiving. Yes, like some tanks, like a lot of these tanks don't have a lot of armor, but they have good guns. Yeah, probably like a fair 6 out of 10. German tree is like, at least in the very beginning, it's all gun, no armor, and then it switches over to being mostly armor, less gun a bit, and then it goes full gun armor. So like for new players, German tree is like an 8 out of 10, maybe even a 9. Soviet tree is more armor, less gun. At least the early tanks are. and then they kind of find their footing and switch over to being more gun, but still like less armor. Like, I don't know. Soviet the the T-34s at least they're very respectable for early players. So like super early, like super low tier Soviet is like a I'd say it's like a 10 out of 10. Just to have a lot of armor and not have as much penetration. So you learn the weak spots on enemy tanks. That's good. But then like as it goes on, it kind of fades out to be like a 7. Chinese, you get the best of both worlds, but also the worst of them too, apparently. Because then you have 0 armor for all of rank 4. And rank 3 isn't doing you any good either. Like a 4, maybe, let's say 3. 3 out of 10. Not good for new players. Not good for new players. You don't have to answer this question. It's not something you want to talk about. How did you get to know Jesus? That's a good question. Good question. Um, well, I can put this bluntly because you did ask. I live in a Christian household, you know. Like my parents are Christian, mom's Christian, dad's Christian. So they raised me in like normalizing the Christian understanding, Christian belief in the household. I'm currently practicing Christianity, of course. They're still practicing. So it's kind of been since birth that I've been quote unquote introduced into it, and I accepted Christ into my life personally in, let's see, what year would that be? Early 2014, I guess. So it's been quite some time. It's been quite some time. It's been good stuff. Very good stuff. 98% of China's bad or copy paste. You could say that. There's a couple of exceptions, but yeah, most of the Chinese tree is copy and paste. But I'm gonna be really interested in how we feel about the Korean tree if that ever happens. If we're ever lucky enough to see that happen, you know. Tier 7 China is empty. That's true. That's also, yeah, similar. I wonder why these these ranks are so empty. I'm sure there's vehicles they could put there that just haven't been properly developed, but they're there. Yeah, I know the Korean tree is planned, but it we don't have any news about it being planned for mobile yet. Even if we've got the what Washington 1 Mark B or 1 Mark B or no Mark 1B or something like that coming in the next update, and that was pretty like it's pretty recent to War Thunder as well. Early opinion on or opinion on the early XM1 Chrysler before the nerf. That was quite a while ago. Pre-nerf, I don't recall it ever being nerfed. Except, I mean, are you talking about the round? Like it matching more so with PC when they changed it to have less pen? Pre-nerf, it was good. You know, a lot of people liked it because it was the Abrams prototype, and a lot of people like at the time were very excited for the Abrams, me being included. Ouch, my ears. Thank you, T72. Sorry, T95. Oh my, guys, I might need sleep. T99 Mark III for hurting my ears and randomly giving me SL. Yes, we do have 1 or 2 Korean vehicles. The Vidar, which is technically a K9 Thunder, but ever very so slightly different, and the Chungbok, which is in the naval tree. Haven't seen a XM803 player in a while. Same, same. Yeah, Chrysler pre-nerf was good. Um, it was going up against the mouse, which was ridiculous. I know that doesn't feel fair. Probably wasn't, if we think about it. Hope it won't be delayed like GTA 6. Might be. Japan Tree, look, I know, again, it's not confirmed, but I do really hope that we're getting it next update. Um, because I would really like to have time to grind it before I start college, and I might not if it's held off to the next update after that. And then I don't know if slash when I'll have the opportunity to ever grind it. When do you think we get early jets with AIM 9Bs? I was talking to people on the Discord earlier about this, about like when I think we'll get missiles. I feel like I'm breaking something on next to what I'm sitting with. I have to look at that later. There is a possibility that I feel like we get a missile aircraft at rank 9. Now, I know that sounds ridiculous, and you're asking yourself, why, oh, why, Doge, would we even have the possibility of getting a rank 9 vehicle with air-to-air missiles? Now, I'll explain my reasoning, but again, I want to preface this with I do not know for certain at all. There's a very high chance that this just doesn't happen, and it's all just me kind of making slight assumptions about this stuff because I do not know. Um, the Sea Vixen, which is at 8.3 in PC, it might be slightly lower on arcade, but for realistic, it's 8.3. We do have aircrafts on in game right now that are at 8.3 already. It has 4 missiles, which I know seems like quite a lot, but the early missiles do not have great maneuverability, so there's a decent chance some jets could outmaneuver them already. And they only work at short-ish range, like pretty close up. I don't think they're reliable further than like 1.5 kilometers, and I know some of them don't lock until you're like within 1 kilometer. So you got to be really close. That and the maneuverability on the Sea Vixen is not ideal. Let's say in a dogfight against some more maneuverable aircraft, such as like maybe the Yak 23. So could it happen? Yes. Should it happen? Definitely not, because why would we want that? Because in a down tier, holy cow, you have a aircraft with 4 missiles going up against propeller-driven aircraft, which shouldn't happen. Really shouldn't. Imagine the headlines: Jet with missiles, air-to-air missiles going against World War II props. Like that's just terrifying. Just ridiculous. And I heard someone else say like, why would we do that? Because it doesn't make sense for air-to-air missiles to be going against like the ME-262. But I can very well see if that doesn't happen, if the Sea Vixen does not come at rank 9 and it's at rank 10 in down tiers, the 262 is still going to run into it, and rank 9 is going to be up tier to rank 10 in a lot of matches, so that's still going to happen. Yeah, guess we'll see. Got an advertisement finally War Thunder Mobile one. I sure hope they're paying me for your advertisements. Oplot T would be a disappointment. It might be in practice. Again, I'm gonna have to wait and see. Oplot is plotting to disappointment. Early missiles are, what are you saying? Used to kill bombers? Yes, they will be. Which again, it's why I feel like it wouldn't be crazy to put the Sea Vixen at rank 9. The other main point I had for that is that the Sea Vixen itself does not have uh cannon or cannons plural. It doesn't have any form of uh plane on plane ability to kill them outside the missiles, which is why it makes sense that it's so low in BR because it is just pretty much a bomber hunter. Again, low maneuverability, like relatively lower speed, even though it is a jet. If the maneuverability isn't bad, the speed isn't great, and it only has missiles, it's not going to do great. Fox 1 Fox 1 missiles would go crazy. Fox 2 are IR. Fox 1 is semi-active homing radar. We're not going to get semi-active homing radar missiles for a long time. Hope we can get the F9F with AIM-9Bs, which, yeah, you're talking about the F9, F8. I do hope to see that soon. Don't know if I'll join a clan. I don't like the idea of getting my allegiance to anyone. Speaking of clans, now that you mentioned it, uh, I have briefly discussed with some other creators, and for their privacy sake, I won't say who. They have said that they are considering doing a clan together. So, unless they change their mind, there is potential for me to be in a clan with them, other content creators. But of course, if they choose that that's not something they really feel like doing, slash, they want to have a clan with their own audience, so on, so forth. That's just what's going to happen. And I do want to preface this that if I do have a clan, I personally am not going to be opting in to do like tournaments because that's not something I'm all that interested in. I play the game for fun and not for super competitiveness. So that would not be something the clan would be focused about. So if you want to be super competitive in game and you want to be in a potential future tournament, if those ever happen, just saying this right now, I would not recommend joining my clan. If I happen to have one for you guys, opposed to joining a potential content creator one. Just because there's something worse doesn't make something better. Yeah, I guess that's true, Gamer. You have a good point. Early missile. Yeah, we went over that. Yeah, that does answer Build the Blocks question because I just saw that. Oplot is likely trophied because Type 90B is seasonal offer. That could be true. Dare you to play battle and scope only. That was one of the things we had optionable as a donation thing during the Wounded Warrior streams, but that's not something I have available right now. You can't even pay me to do that. Oplot's T80U with slightly improved hull, better ERA, and good reverse, but in game its UFP is wet cardboard. I see. Striker basically modified T80 community clans. I will have my Leopard 2A4M tank soon. I'm glad you will. Doge is abandoning us for other creators. Hey, look, if this is just from my perspective, if they want to do that, if they want to have a clan that is for creators, I just happen to be in that group already. So I think it would be worthwhile to entertain the idea. Plus, again, if you run into any of us, like, if we were doing that where we were playing, like, creators or playing with creators, there'd be a pretty high chance that would be recording. So you could run us down and then we could get that on camera. Uh, some of us would probably delete the footage by the time that you ask about it, but there's still a chance that if you ask about it, we could post it as unlisted for you. Small chance, because again, most creators probably wouldn't want to share that with you, but I might happen to have the footage because I don't play War Thunder a ton, and when I do, it's mostly either like streaming like we did now or recording. Except some days. Some days I grind for hours and don't record a thing. When are we going to get rank X air? If you want me to guess a time based on the amount of planes that we have left, I had a list of all the planes that I think are going to be coming to aviation before we get the next rank. But it was messed up because it ended at like 8.0 because that was the highest BR that we had at the time. I haven't accounted for 8.3, but based on that, I think my calculations said like October, which again could very well be wrong. I would be very happy if the October update rolls around and we get a new rank, but chances are we're probably going to be waiting longer than that. How about we use the clan for memes? That could be fun. Dogelings? Yeah. You could have made me do scope only. That's true. It's true, Gamer. Can you play with more than one person in squad, it's still just one person. But again, after we have clans, they are opening up the possibility, more or less, that we have custom games as well, which would be an amazing thing to stream. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do that because the week that the next update drops, I'm gonna be going to college, so who knows? Which also means that this season countdown technically is a countdown until I am in college, which I don't like. T72 is the best, probably. The T72 is far from the best. Don't even say that, Gamer. All right, new questions that I didn't see earlier. When are you going off to college? College, I have to move in on August 17th. And then it starts the following Monday, I think. What do you think of me and Guguta's collab? You guys did a collab? I feel like now is an appropriate time to mention I don't really watch other War Thunder mobile content creators. So if you guys did a collab, I wouldn't know. I'm looking at your profile right now, and I'm seeing you've done a lot of Invincible stuff. I like Invincible as a show. I like the story, so I'm proud of you in that regard. I don't know about your collab because I can't. I don't know. Not sure which video it was here, but all right. How do you feel about Canada as a country? I've I'm not sure I've been to Canada. I might have been once. Had to be fairly young though. Um, they're doing their own stuff. They're like the top hat of the United States, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. They seem to, for the most part, tolerate us, so I think it's okay. The fires that they've been having though, not so good. Not so good. 70, Cameron, what do you mean the T72 is the best and everything else is basically copy paste? Like, I don't know, a tenth of top tier is a copy paste off the T72 or something like that. They leaked the new aircraft they are adding 9.3 planes. Next update, like the Swift and the KI from Japan. Okay, let me take a look at the War Thunder uh, wiki. That's what I'm thinking of. I don't know why the words were failing. Again, probably just because it's late. My brain doesn't want to work. Okay, we're gonna switch it to arcade battles because we are apparently working with arcade physics. If we can pull 15 Gs and not break anything. Um, take a look. Swift F1, that's 8.3 on across the board, and then Japan, Japan. The KI 200, 9.3 on arcade, 8.3 on realistic. I don't know, man. I feel like that it kind of makes sense because the the only main defining feature of the KI 2000 that differs it from the Comet, which again, I don't know for certain just from what I've been told, is that it has different cannons that work a lot better. 230 mils. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. What does the German one have? The 8.0 German one has 230 mils with a better fire rate. Okay, no idea why the other one's higher then. Then the other Comet has 20 mils. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it would be so much higher on arcade. I don't know if they have like the same fuel countdown stuff on arcade, but yeah, I don't know if October is the right date if they're going to continue to add stuff at higher BRs. Congratulations going to college. Thank you, Wargaming. Isn't the Puma VJ DF just a Puma with spec missiles? Yep. You watch War Thunder Mobile? I've watched some every once in a while. Best tank you have? By technicality or by like rank? Because by rank, it would probably be one of the rank 14 ones. So depending on who you ask, WZ1001 is like the best for like general use, and then for me at least, the 2A5 would be the best. And then of course we also have the SEP Abrams and then the T72B3A. I have all those, and I also have the higher rank like rare stuff that's not been available for some time. So yeah, that would be the best I have. Language barrier? Between what? Here in Canada? Texture or country itself? I don't know. What was the question? Country? No idea. Oh, English only. Yep. Guys, please refrain from using other languages besides English. Because I don't know that stuff. Okay, but looking at the tech tree right now, of stuff that we still need added for the nations that we have, supposing they want to fill out up to 8.0 at least before we move on to rank 10, if I want to count them out. Let's see what we got. Starting with USA, we're going to do USA, Germany, USSR, Great Britain, and Japan in that order. We have the F89B and the F89D, so that's already two. The F9Fs, well, the only F9F, if we're not choosing the 8.31, is the F9F5, which is 8.0, so that's now three separate planes. The F86A5, which is a Saber, which, again, I doubt we're going to see at this rank. That's probably going to be a researchable one in the next rank, so we're going to skip that. So for USA, supposedly at least three more planes, unless they choose to do something crazy. Or, of course, they could choose to skip them and then have them at seasonal offers later on. So we could come back around to them later. Maybe. Okay, for the Soviets, nope, for Germany. The AR234C3, the Aerodo with two jet engines. That's 7.3, so that's obviously something that has to happen. IL-28, the would be the first like decent jet bomber / attack aircraft. So now we're up to 4 or 5, I guess the Aerodo would be one of them too. So we're at 5. We have all the 262s, I think. I don't know where they would pull another one from. Oh goodness. Sorry for the coughing, guys. Comet? They could throw in the other Comet if they wanted to. So that makes us up to 6. Because the other Comet, nope, other Comet's 8.3, never mind. Still at 5. USSR. TU4 we already got. TU14T though at 8.0. LA74 8.0. So now that's 7, I think. I think we're at 7. MiG 15 BIS, we're gonna go ahead and say that's gonna be saved for rank X, most likely. The LA15, which could very well be at this rank. And that's it. So I think we're up to 8 vehicles now. LA200, we have not had the LA200 yet, have we? No, we haven't. Alright, never mind, we're at 9. Great Britain. Now we're gonna suppose the Sea Vixen is one of these. Wait, I'm not looking at the right thing. I was supposed to be looking at arcade, I was looking at realistic. Guys, the list is ruined. Forget it all. Forget it all. Crazy multitasking, I know. Do we restart? Why do these people keep asking questions in languages I've never heard of? What's that about? Alright, fine. I'll briefly redo it. What time is it? It's currently 2 a.m. 2:10. Okay, arcade battles. Here we go. Let's try to make this quick. Won't even say the name of the vehicles, just if we don't have it all counted. Why are there two F-86 planes that are below 8.0? What? And then all the F8 oh, all the F9Fs are at 8.3. Now this doesn't make any sense whatever or whatsoever. What time is it for you right now? Yeah, no, I already answered that. The people asking questions in the questions chat. I don't know if you can see that. Plus they're not saying anything in the main chat. Hmm. Actually, let me try to. No, don't add that person as a moderator. I don't know this guy. Need to select the text. There you go. Okay. Slowly learning how to use a Mac. Someone said, bro, let's play together. No, let's not. And that's not even a question. That's just straight up a request. Okay. Can we stop attempting to add random people as moderators when I don't know them, please? YouTube, I need you to lock in. Camera relax. Okay. So yeah, pretty much just gathering what I can from how many planes we have left. It's definitely going to be several more updates before we get rank 10, unless per aviation, unless they choose to keep many of them or multiple of them as seasonal offers or premiums that just haven't been added yet. I guess, because they could do that. Like, because we have. Oh, this is such a weird thing to try to explain. Um, if they really wanted to, they could add like something like the LOSAT as a premium to whatever rank it fits in best at. So like, I don't know, rank 11, rank 12, and make it like 10,000 GE or something like that. Opinion on the Yak 2.3? Um, I'm supposed to do a video on that, aren't I? Because that's from this update. That's the wrong tab. That was also the wrong. Why am I on naval? That is from this update. Yeah, okay, well, you'll see my opinion on it when I make a video on it. Which I think I'll find time to make it tomorrow. Probably. Pretty sure there's another mod, but you don't know who he is. Okay. Don't think the LOSAT would be effective at small maps? Probably not. Probably not. There'd be very few use cases for it. But if they wanted to, they could add it. Perfectly up to them. But as of right now, we have been live for over 2 hours. I am getting uncontrollably tired, as you guys have heard from my voice and messing over my words. So I think I'm gonna end the stream about here. So the next 5 minutes we can end at 2:40 or 2:20. 5-6 minutes. Just to close this stream. Ask your final questions. Just put them in the main live chat, and then I'll answer them as I can. Morning from South Africa. Thank you. It's 2 a.m. here. I really need sleep. But this live stream was a great success. I'm so glad you guys were able to join, have a talk. Again, it's the first time we've done a live stream in quite some time, and I'm glad that I managed to do this at a time that was convenient for even the people who
couldn't join the prior live streams that I did for Wounded Warriors, because the time just didn't work out for them. Um, in the future, I'll try to diversify, I guess, the times that I do live streams. I don't think live streams will be a regular thing, but if I do space them out, I will, I don't know, I'll try to do it so that it works with sometimes being earlier, sometimes being later, so that we can get kind of an even spread. Stream to ask questions. Well, that's what it was. You can ask questions. I'm giving you a little bit of time now to do it before I log off for the night. 8 a.m. here. Yeah, which is good for you guys. Not so much for me. Misclicked. Oh, okay. Won't lie, I barely watch this stream. I just abuse my power as the dictator. Well, I'm glad you're honest, man. Because if anything, I need a modest. Sure, I need a modest and honest moderator. Somehow woke up at 7:10 a.m. today for some reason. Well, that's a pretty good time to wake up, supposing you didn't go to sleep at like midnight. Villain arc. Yeah, Gamers, we've given him too much power. He's been allowed too much. I wonder how we're doing percent wise as well on this device, because it used to be that about this time in the stream my phone would have been dead. And when the temperatures cool down, uh, supposing that wherever I'm at isn't too warm either, we should be able to run the streams for longer, because, or supposing again that I have the free time to do it. It'll work, probably. But we'll find a way. It'll work. Honestly, yep, modest no. Okay. Well, again, thanks for being honest, Gamer. Gamers World 115 has asked what new mission in British map you think Gaijin will add next update. Again, that's probably from the leaked patch notes that we saw from the App Store. So, again, because nothing's been announced regarding it, I don't know, and I can't even speculate on it because I have zero idea. Fell asleep at 3 to. Oh, okay. Well, you got at least 6 hours, right? So I'd probably rest some more, but it's up to you. Yeah, no idea what the British map thing, the new mission in British map. Uh, by the sounds of it, it's just that they're adding a new map that has something to do with the British location, but I feel like they would have said that opposed to new mission in British map. But yeah, I'm at the moment I just believe it's them saying that they're going to add back / add a British map, opposed to a new mission mode. And if it's a new mode, I sure hope it's helicopters. You know, AMX 32105. It's what the Breen. It's essentially the Breenus without the APS or the ERA, right? Or does it? I think it should have ERA. This is the wrong mode. Why am I looking at aviation? Let's take a looky. Looky. 321. Oh no. 32105. Where's the French stuff? 32105. I mean, for a researchable rank 10, it'll work. 360 millimeters of pen at rank 10 isn't ideal. It's not terribly bad. You'll be able to get kills with it. But that reverse speed, holy cow, would that be amazing in any situation where you need a backup. That is very workable. I have not tried this tank since it was in a platoon, but I think it would do quite well, especially with the uh, autocannon. At least I believe that the this one has the auto can. Because I know some of them don't, some of them do. Please tell me you have the auto can. You do have the auto can. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It's not bad. It's good. I like it. All right, we're at 220. Gammer, that's a very good meme reference. I'm glad you were able to put that out there. I'm glad I caught that as well. Okay, so we're gonna end the stream here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream, enjoyed chilling with us, chatting with us, and again, these aren't going to be a regular thing. It'll be spontaneous, kind of like this time, where I'll see if I can make it work. If not, we're going to continue to just get videos as per usual. But yeah, glad you guys could make it for this one. And again, like I said earlier, if we're going to do another one, I'll probably do it earlier, like far earlier, and not starting at about midnight. And I do want to thank you all for allowing me to get 3,000 subs, because very truly, I would not be at 3,000 subs without all of you guys helping and supporting the channel and supporting me. So thank you guys so much. And you guys are a wonderful audience. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with you guys. You guys are great people. And I'm sure you guys have a life outside of watching my videos, so I encourage you to go live that life. If that means going to sleep now because you're up late, or going to start your day if you're waking up early, or maybe going back to rest if it's really early. I hope whatever it is, you guys do it and have good fun and you're safe about it. Make sure to drink water. It's still fairly hot outside for most places. And yeah, see you guys again soon in the next